What's up?
Not much, dude.
I just went
Just
live.
finished up doing everything
We're
and
live. We're live, by the way.
really. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Sorry,
Don't
I'm late.
before you start saying shit like, "Hey, I heard that you smoke crack." I just want to let you know that we're
Ain't
live.
nothing wrong with smoking crack.
I agree because if you smoke crack, like you really just don't care, right? And
Yeah, that's the epitome of zero fucks given, man.
yeah,
I mean,
it is. I smoke crack every once in a while. Just to say that I do. All
that
right.
sounds like a good plan.
It is Thursday. It's not our normal dumpster fire night because you went to the Pirates
Pirates
game.
game. We ended up just going on a bar crawl.
Right.
So I mean, we didn't miss much. It would have been just bitching at Chris Archer.
You didn't even get to the freaking game to yell at Chris Archer, and then you just ended up drinking and your mom texted you to watch your mouth on the
Pretty
live
much.
stream.
Pretty much.
Is there a way we can get her
It's
on the live stream at some point?
oh god, no. How about no?
I'll
That's
bring
gonna be
my
a hard
mom
pass for
on.
me, sir.
I'll bring my mom on, a little Asian lady. She'd be
She
like,
doesn't know what's
Adam.
going on.
She'd be
Yeah,
like,
it's good for like viewers and shit.
uh-huh. She's gonna be like, what the hell you talking about? God damn, boy. Shut the hell up. You talk all that smack. You the trigger guy. That's what she would say. And all right. So the finals are set in the NHL, and it's a depressing one because one half is the Boston Bruins, you know.
Yeah, nobody likes Boston.
Yeah, I would have been okay with like the Lightning or Columbus or
Yeah, I
anybody
mean
but
Columbus I would
Boston.
have been fine with,
And on
but
the
it's got to be Boston
right,
always
and on
because
the
they got to be the one that's playing well and doing everything right, and it's
they're
BS.
hitting it in all facets, and that's why we're going to talk about our predictions. Their opponent in the other corner is a team that has never won a game in the finals. Everyone's feel
Hmm.
good story, the St. Louis Blues.
The Gloria.
Gloria. Yeah, Jim Rome tried to say that their run is all because of one song, because of Gloria. No, it's because there was a
No, it's
fight in
because of
the
Jordan Bennington. That's
right.
why.
Yeah, it's Jordan Bennington, and wasn't there a fight at practice? And then
Yeah, back in like December,
yeah, and that turned them. That sparked them, because they were what in dead last in
they were
January.
dead last. Like in January,
Yeah, and so they turned
like
it
January
around,
2nd, they were dead last.
and they find themselves in the. But I tell you, the Sharks were beat up. Like you wouldn't
They
have
were. They
won.
were. They were. In terms of talent, the Sharks would have beaten them handily. But the problem was Carlson was a walking injury. Pavelski wasn't healthy.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same shit. It's like
Carlson
wow.
has gotten banged up in a couple playoffs where he
Yeah, Carlson in that deep run, like he had pretty much a shattered ankle, a
yeah,
shattered foot, if I remember correctly,
and there
and he still
was
played like a god.
yeah, I know he's so good. He's so good that he can play with one leg. And but he didn't I
Carlson was playing without legs the whole series.
yeah, I saw him on a couple power plays like he was out there limping and he was still shooting shots at the net like using whatever was left of his body. He's a trooper, but he went home because uh the Sharks would not have been able to beat Boston in a 7 game
Yeah,
series, and I don't know whether St. Louis can, to be honest with you.
you got to have Bennington play god mode. That's the reason. I want St. Louis to win. Like people say, like, oh, you don't want your precious narratives to die. It's like, nah. I think I take them over Boston.
Yeah, I know because
I think
the
every
the other narrative is you making a congrats blues where you're
yeah,
angrily
and
yelling at them for not taking care of Brad Marchand and his band of
it would be
fucksters.
more sad because you know who's on the Bruins, right? David Backus, their old captain.
Yeah, yeah. So he goes, he leaves.
So
He
the narrative maintains like, oh, you got to go to another team to win a cup.
is
So that maintains.
are the St. Louis Blues the Andy Reid of the NHL? Just
Probably the Sharks. I call
yeah,
them the Andy Reid of the
yeah
NHL.
the Sharks at least made a
They're more the
finals.
Marty Schottenheimer. You know, just
Ooh,
they
that's a
do
good
everything
one.
right, but it's just rotten luck or shit ownership that does them in.
Yeah, I like that one. 14-2, baby.
Yep, and then you miss a field goal and get fired because Spanos is a meddlesome piece of shit.
He is a meddlesome piece of shit. Hold on, let me call up the chat again. I can't look at it. All right, so what we'll do is we'll start reading the Snapchats as always, and maybe if it slows down, I mean, y'all were so great on Tuesday donating. If you don't,
I saw a bit of that
right.
earlier. I mean,
yeah,
as I said, I'm sorry I couldn't.
Yeah, if you want
couldn't
to
make it, but
donate and all that and keep it going, that's fine. We love you. But if there's any dead spots, and look, they're coming in, I'm going to turn on this Tiermaker in the background. Have you seen Tiermaker? It's amazing.
I have not, no.
So you can just make tiers, right? And let me enlarge this. And just talk shit. Yeah.
Tiers are like the new popular thing nowadays.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of tubers doing it. Everyone that's in.
That's like the new trend.
Yeah. Here, let's put this here. So I've got some categories back here where it's like annoyingly good, tolerable, apathetic, mad, dislike, the pit of misery, or straight trash. And you can just take these things and like drag them in and say, all right, Boston's annoyingly good right now. And it's fun. So I think they should all go on straight trash because I hate them all, but we can't do that. We'll have to pick which tiers we want here as well. We can I don't know if our live stream audience could complete the alphabet, but I think we could do a tier maker together. So, all right. So we'll switch back and forth between this. I'll start by reading James Amadei. He got in early. Like as soon as I scheduled the stream, he was super chatting. If Milwaukee loses the Eastern Conference Final after up 2-0, do a Brewers and Bucks Lau Cow video. Also, can Boston stop winning everything? I agree.
The good news is they aren't winning basketball, thank God.
Yeah.
Because imagine if it were Warriors Celtics in the final and they could have had the quadfecta. It would have been horrible. And we would have never heard the end of it. We would have been like 70, 80 years old. They'll still be talking about 2018, 2019.
Yeah, I'd have to put a gun in my mouth. Like, it would just be bad. Like, I just don't understand how one city can just dominate while my city is just in shambles. Like, it's a burning hot dumpster fire, and that's pretty much it. And then the Mets actually are playing back to normal baseball, 500 baseball. The good
news is you're playing the Nationals, and the Nationals have a god-awful bullpen. So that saved you. Because you just got swept by the Marlins.
Yeah, well, the Mets bullpen is even worse. Ed Luz Diaz out there. He's bad.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can give him back to Seattle. They'll probably want him. But they're relentless punching of the dick.
Yep, relentless punching. But does Milwaukee, if they do lose, do they get a Lau Cow? Like the whole city of Milwaukee?
I don't know, but so far they're up by 10.
I think they
on
do
Toronto.
it. Okay,
so I was kind of surprised they took both. Toronto did, but
yeah. Wait, what's the series now? Is it
decided to?
Yeah. So there's no elimination game. This is a big game though. So this after tonight, it will mark elimination territory. I don't know. I can't believe that this series isn't over. But Toronto did win more games than anybody else in the NBA this year. I'm very surprised that Milwaukee is the better team. But
they have more depth.
They do have depth. But other than Giannis, like, who do they go to? They got a bunch of suspects.
I'd probably like Mirotic, Eric Bledsoe, Middleton.
Middleton is the guy. Middleton
George
is
Hill's
a little
pretty
suspect.
Good. Malcolm Brogdon, maybe? I don't know.
I
don't know if he...
The defensive specialist from UVA. All right. Okay. We're doing the rotation tonight, so you do
that. I do. Willie Weiss for $5. Hey Tree, where is the congratulations Hurricanes, but positively done by Hurricanes man because they defied all odds and made the conference finals. Like the thing with I've got a lot of questions about the Avs, the Stars, and the Hurricanes. I don't feel like either three deserved them, to be honest with you.
Right.
Colorado got kind of screwed over by a bad call. Dallas, exceeded expectations. And then Carolina, how do you shit on a team that went to the conference finals being that young?
Yeah. Congrats vids are like a Bronx cheer. Like, they're supposed to be very derisive.
The only reason why everyone in the first round got one is because it was so insanely, crazy that it usually doesn't happen like that.
Right. Turds are not tossed into the sheets like that. We might not ever see, we actually will see a lot of first rounds like that, but I've never seen sheets just get stained like that in the first
Of
round.
course. Oh, yeah. Like, remember last year, it was really predictable. Like, I mean, the conference finals were like 3 number 1 seeds and a 2 seed. Now it's like no number 1 seeds make it past the first round.
Absolutely.
So why people say, like, oh, this is bad for the NHL? It's like, not really. I mean, it's a balance thing.
I think it's great for the NHL. People are talking. I mean, St. Louis and Boston are in the final. So, I mean, you get this big market and then lovable losers. I don't even know if they're lovable, but hey. El Chris, which means the Chris in English. The world is ending 6 straight for the Marlins. Also, thanks Baldy and Yinzer for the code words. Got tickets via SeatGeek. You guys are awesome. Well, thank you. And if you use my code FPV, you will get $20 back on your first order.
I mean, they were playing Detroit and the Mets, so I don't know how crazy they could be, but I mean, Detroit's been awful.
Yeah, the Mets are weird because they get beat by the Marlins, a 15-win team, and then they go out and sweep Washington.
Well, the Nationals are 19-31, right?
That's true. Mickey Callaway was like, "Please don't fire me. Please don't get me fired, you assholes." Was basically what he said to them. Yep.
The Nationals are in serious trouble.
They're bad.
Like, that's what I got from the Mets series.
They're bad. They're bad at baseball. Boy, DC, Maryland, that's bad baseball. Orioles are trash and the Nats are trash.
At least the Orioles are deliberately trying to tank.
What do you do, though? What's the benefit to tanking? Mike, like I was talking about this with Caleb. Mike Trout was picked 25th overall, right? It doesn't matter where you pick in the fucking draft. That year,
because they see what happened with Houston.
I guess.
And they're like, oh, we can do that, and then everyone's copycatting them.
I don't know. Maybe. We'll see what San Diego does, because they were intentionally tanking for a while, too. If they can pull it off, then that might be the new trend.
They only were tanking because they went all in one year, and it backfired horrifically.
Yeah, they did. They did. But that's what happens when you go all in. You get your shit pushed in if you don't win at all. Mm-hmm.
Yep. What's up, Columbus?
Yeah.
But let's go on to our next little snapper chatter right here. From Beast of Metal, 1989. Breaking. NHL declares notorious wife beater Slava Voinov eligible to return mid-season. Debate. Who's ethically compromised enough to make him an offer?
Nobody.
For a just world, no one.
I don't think
Dude hasn't played NHL hockey in 5 years. I don't know if he even comes back.
I think everyone stays away from him. He's a PR disaster. He just doesn't. He's being declared eligible as an appeasement to the union, and that's it. And now that it's been 5 years, I think every team has the very reasonable excuse of saying that he's not an NHL player anymore.
I mean, he's been playing in Russia, but still, like, if you've heard the shit, what happens to him, who signs him, especially in the age of Me Too?
Right.
That would be a PR disaster.
Speaking of that,
be straight up boycotting that team.
Did you not find it karmatically justified that Reuben Foster destroyed his ACL first practice?
That is a delicious karma. Apparently he was cleared, but it's very good karma. It's laser guided towards the Redskins, which is good.
The thing is, I read, the case that, he was, according to the data, he was falsely accused, but then he got caught up in another one with a different person, that.
Yeah, where there's a different person, right. Twice it's me.
Yeah, where there's smoke, there's fire, and then there's a recording of you telling your pregnant girlfriend, that she should be terrified of you. Oh, that's not related. That's tangential. Sorry, Tyreek Hill. But it happens.
Yeah. Speaking of which, he should be gone for a long time, too, if the leaks are true.
Right. You know what's funny is all these shows where they put in, someone has to wear a wire. And I'm like, don't they have something better than wires now in this huge fucking battery pack? We're not in the 80s, man. You can just record people on your cell phone. The fuck?
Well, you can record, with shotgun mics.
Yeah.
You can do that.
There's devices that are, literally this big that you can have and just record. You can just put and it have camera and everything on it. So these shows are out of whack. Out of whack. Yeah, I don't think Voynov plays. Jared Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago. I need some trash posting today. My favorite team, the Tigers, squandered yet another start by their solid rotation. Give me something worthwhile. Bullpens seem to be a very
Bullpens are a
big problem.
disaster. I mean, the Pirates bullpen was supposed to be a strength, and it's been pretty bad so far.
It's hard to
Like, they
find
blew away
guys.
3 games past the 7th inning all last year. Like, this year, I think it's like at 10 or 11.
It's you know what? They scout everybody so much better now, and
Bullpens are very volatile.
Yeah. You either have a really good one.
A guy like Mariano Rivera is a 1 in a million. You know, you have a 2-pitch guy that stays that good for that long.
Yeah, he was Mr. Reliable, man. He closed out some games. He did. It's just so hard now because the pressure with the strike zone now, the way that they enforce it, the pressure is so much on the pitcher now. You know, even with all the junk balls that they throw and shit like that, it's hard to be a reliever these days. You know, Pat Vendette doesn't even have a job, I don't think.
I think he's probably in the minors somewhere.
Yeah, even though he's lefty-righty. Like the perfect reliever.
He was bouncing around like a couple years, I think.
That is amazing.
Where was he? Was he with the Dodgers last year?
He was with the Dodgers, the A's. He's been on it was
the A's first.
Yeah. He was with the Dodgers, but he was up and down with the.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
He is the San Francisco Giants right now. So he's in the minors. He's AAA.
I think if he has enough tenure, though, he gets like a major league salary, something like that.
Yeah. Like he had 2 appearances in the majors, but he got shelled both times. And he's a 16.2 ERA in 2 games.
Son. It's terrible.
Yep.
Wow.
But a 1.64 in AAA. So it's the Giants.
Yeah. It's the Giants. All right, you got to read this big one here.
Ooh, then there's another beast of metal. Yeah. Well done, Blues. Now go out and do what the Hurricanes, Blue Jackets, Maple Leafs, Rams, Chiefs, Chargers, Dodgers, Astros, Yankees, Cal Busch, Kevin Harvick, and Martin Truex Jr. could not. End New England arrogance. It doesn't matter if the Bruins lose. They'll still have New England arrogance.
Is that a reference? Is Joey Logano from New England? Is that it? Who is he?
Might be. Yeah. I want to say he's from like Rhode Island or Massachusetts.
Yeah, I got to look that up. I think that's what he's referencing. That's a good pull for me if I do know that he's from New England, by the way. See, I know sports every once in a while.
You know the sports ball.
Yeah, he's from Middletown. He's from Middletown, Connecticut. Shouldn't he? He doesn't look like a NASCAR driver. He looks like he should be like Formula One of those douches.
Well, the NASCAR drivers have changed. Now they're a lot more like Metro and sleek. They're not like the old gruff, like Southern guys with like the everyman like physique and beards.
Right. Everyone's doing like curling. They're doing steroids. Like everyone's cheating now. Everyone's working out. You know, people are lifting weights to do the curling thing and play billiards. Like it's a big thing. You know.
Yeah, back in the 70s, like you didn't do jack shit in the summer, and then you just got back to it and just chugged beers during the regular season.
You just lived the life. You know, it's like, oh, work hard. Fuck that shit.
I worked hard in the afternoon. It's like whatever. I'm gonna go drink beer now.
At some point, there's going to be some huge scandal like League of Legends or some shit where someone's injecting their fingers with steroids, you know.
Mind drugs.
Yep.
Probably like Adderall.
Well, yeah, there was the Adderall thing already, but I'm talking about literal like synthol in your hands, and like some dude is going to have some jacked hands, or you're like, oh man, he's on the sauce, dude.
Not even going to be jacked. It's going to be like a mental thing to help your reflexes.
Yeah.
And Toronto tied it up again. What the fuck, Milwaukee? You're up by 10 earlier.
Milwaukee's trying to blow it. YOLO Swaggins. That's like a play on Bilbo Baggins, right?
Mm-hmm. He's been here before.
Yeah, he has. 10 bones. Not sure if it's enough to give a legacy of failure, but today marks 10,000 days since the Lions won a playoff game. Wow. He's really making the case, man.
10,000 days.
Wow.
The Lions, like, I haven't had time to really do anything yet. I'm shooting for it this summer, but not like a legacy of failure, but just a general vid.
All right,
Because they're
10,000.
just like a relentless mediocrity. I was just waiting for like the right moment to do it. But with the Lions, I don't know if there's a real right moment.
Is this right? It's been 27.3 years since they've won a playoff game. God, that's pathetic. God.
27 point, well, either 4 or 5.
27.3. I just did the math on my calculatura.
Calculatus.
La
Very nice.
calculatura. And then it said 27.3. That's pathetic. Like, there's people that are 27 years old. Like, there's urban professionals in Detroit that have never witnessed. Actually, there's
People
even
that are
older
in, like,
because
the corporate ladder that are in 27.3.
right. Like, and if you cut everybody off at age 3 because they wouldn't have remembered a playoff game anyways, like there's 30-year-olds in Detroit that have lived a miserable life not having seen their team win a single playoff game.
Let me put it to you this way. I would say I think the Tampa Bay Lightning were an expansion franchise. Like they would have outlasted the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Carolina Panthers, the Florida Panthers, the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. They've outlasted those 4 teams. They've outlasted the Diamondbacks and the Rays. They've outlasted the Raptors and the Grizzlies. So you've outlasted your playoff drought is longer than 8 teams have been alive.
That's sad. That's not even. It's like kicking them when they're down, and they're not even good now.
They're not even good for ineptitude anymore because the Browns went up them there.
Yeah. Even
Thrashers, Thrashers, Preds,
when
Wild,
Cleveland
Jackets. Though it's 12.
Right. When Cleveland is saying at least we're not Detroit, and it's valid, that's bad, man. It's bad.
Oh, Detroit's won a champion. Oh, wait, right? No, Cleveland Cavs. I was going to say the Pistons, but
well, the Red Wings have made up for it, but still, I mean, I don't. But if you just love football and you just get shit on your whole life, like
for being a Lions fan, I mean, your most relevant aspect is ninja. I just put it to you that way.
Child abuse. If you're put Lions gear on your kids. All right.
Mm-hmm. And now for another super chat from Spencer Young. Enjoy the free $2 Snapchat courtesy of YouTube. Thank you, Mr. Spencer Young.
All right. Does he work for YouTube? Or does he have a channel that generated $2 in AdSense and he's just giving us that?
Maybe it's a false flag operation. Maybe it's a trap.
It could be. Just like that one day when we were getting flooded with bots, you know.
Oh, like random spammers?
Yeah. Spammers.
Mm-hmm. That means we made it.
Because that works, you know. That's a valid marketing strategy. I'm just going to send out a bunch of bots, and people are going to click on this shit and start giving me money. It works every time. I mean, really. Alex Figueroa. Where do you see EK? I like this. Where do you see EK Carlson going in free agent? Top 5 team. I think it's going to be something obscure, like the Minnesota Wild or something. Like something
Wild
really.
Don't have the cap space to do it.
I
would say maybe I've heard the Rangers might be looking at him. Apparently, the Lightning might be looking at him.
Oh God.
Which would be foolish because I mean Erik Karlsson, he comes with an asterisk because dude's been a walking injury these past 2 years.
And they need to get tougher, not sleeker, you know?
Of course. Like, you're losing a lot of, like, your grit on the back end. I mean, it was older grit, but you're losing Girardi, Coburn, Strawman. You're losing...
McDonough is, like, 8 steps slower now.
I mean, they got old.
Yeah. What if it's something like Columbus, you know? What if it's just some surprise shit, you know?
He's probably going to go where the money is.
Well, the Isles,
somebody's going to offer him Drew Doughty money.
The Isles have the cap space. They could be some surprising shit, you know. Whoever gets him is getting a hell of a player, but I don't know who to speculate with.
You've got a dude who's got offensive instincts. I just don't know if his legs can keep up anymore.
Right? Who's committed? Who's committed to giving someone that much money? That's what I want to know. You know?
I can see a team or two.
Yeah. All right.
I'm Dodger of Zion for $10.
Yeah, what's up,
Something about the
Dodge?
mothers. Mother's Day 2020, the motherly dumpster fire. Make it happen. Also, I have a new Philadelphia Tarot deck that's itching to create some sports salt.
Ah.
I will burn that Philadelphia Tarot deck. I'm sorry. No
Hmm.
Philadelphia.
Why are you so mean to Philly? I hate Philly too, but I don't hate the people. I don't.
I don't know. You can kind of hate the people.
That's
Fan
true.
base
That's
is
true. We
it's
like
pretty.
Dodger, right? She's like the one. She's the one to
Dodger,
penetrate.
yeah.
Like, yeah,
She's
she.
not really Philadelphian though. She's more like New Jersey-ish, so she's
That's Philly, man.
kind of
That's
mixed
all that.
in, but not really.
Oh, South Jersey is Philly. It
South
is.
Jersey.
South Jersey. I know that if you try to roll up on the link in another with like a sticker
Oh,
of
with
the
another team's
opposing
uniform?
team,
Oh, they'll break your damn car.
right. They'll rock your car like like you're a child molester. Like they will just like you're a wanted child molester. They will attempt to evict you from that car, and all you're doing is just going to an Eagles game thinking that you're gonna have a normal time, like a dumbass.
Oh, dude, there are a lot of things that can piss off Philadelphia fan.
Yeah. Why would
Being
you
a
do
Penguins
that?
fan, talking about how they haven't won a cup since '75, criticizing Sam Hinkie, criticizing Allen Iverson in any way. How about there would be another? I would say, um, I shoot, there would probably another praising Donovan McNabb. They love that.
Yeah. Mentioning let's see.
Criticizing Nick Foles,
Yep.
saying he's just a
Talking
backup.
about talking about Andy Reid, his tenure there, about how he's a good coach. That'll trigger them.
Billy
Um,
King.
yeah, Billy
Oh, Billy
King.
King will make people flip out.
Yeah. The Sixers. Iverson. Allen Iverson. All right. Who read the last one? You read the last one. Yes.
Yep, from
Dave
Dodger. So it's Mr.
David
David
Benjamin.
Benjamin.
Now I think he's just messing with me. Hello everyone. Your resident MOT is back. The Blues are in the final, and my sister's boyfriend is a massive fan. For his sake, I
For his
want them
sake.
to win. MOT is member of the tribe, by the way. David Benjamin.
Uh, my
Yeah,
sister's boyfriend. Oh, I thought he meant. I'm thinking of something else. My bad.
yeah. Your
Thinking
sis-
like my wife's boyfriend or something. I'm like,
oh,
what?
yeah. My wife's boyfriend is a big fan. I hope they
I'm like,
die.
what?
What?
I'm like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we
It was
stepped in
my
on a
mind.
odd love triangle here. Uh-huh. All right.
But
Well, thank you, David, for
thank
checking
you, David.
in. Uh-huh.
And
For
Spencer Young for another 10. I wouldn't be surprised to see Minnesota try and flip Kessel to Arizona for some prospects, relegate Jack Johnson to Iowa if this trade goes through. Did you hear about the Kessel trade?
So yeah, they're rumoring him to go
Yeah,
to the
Phil
Wild.
Kessel. Yep, Phil Kessel and Jack Johnson for Jason Zucker and Victor Rask. And honestly, it doesn't make sense for either side.
I
I
don't.
hate it from a Penn's perspective because I think Zucker's a downgrade over Kessel, even though Kessel's invisible. Victor Rask's contract is pretty bad too, and like
Yeah.
he was been injured the past couple of years.
Is this a
For
rumor?
Minnesota, I don't know why you take on Jack Johnson's contract.
Is this a rumored
And
trade or a real
yeah,
trade?
it's like apparently it's pending,
Oh, so it's done.
like close to it. Apparently, it's like very hot, like the
Hockey.
Athletic reported on.
Who is hockey's
Yeah.
Adam Schefter? Does hockey have an Adam Schefter?
Bob McKenzie. I mean, it wasn't Bob McKenzie. It would probably be like Bob McKenzie's like the Adam Schefter.
Oh.
Pierre
They-
LeBrun.
Oh yeah, LeBron. They don't really use the shills like the NFL. No league really. Well, the NBA I guess uses the shills. Like, hey, we want to break some news, so here's a bone. Like, we're gonna make your entire career by giving you
Yeah.
inside
The
information.
NHL, they trot out Pierre McGuire and Mike Milbury on a daily basis, and it
Yeah.
destroys the credibility.
But they don't break rumors and shit. Like, they don't have people texting them, like, standing outside the clubhouse waiting for the GM to take a shit, and they're, like, listening in the bathroom stall for them to overhear a conversation. Like, hey, we're going to sign Le'Veon Bell for more money than Adam Gase wants us to. And then that's how news gets broken in the NFL. It's some guy with a microphone is listening to Adam Gase take a shit. That's how it works.
That sounds about right.
Yep. Caden Farrell. He did this one twice. for $4.99 back to back. My dad said he went out with Ed Hockley's ex-wife a few weeks ago. Oh,
Was she jacked like Hockley?
yeah, that would be great, especially if she Ed Hockley ex-wife. Let's see what we got here. Ho Chi Minh? No. Wait, I got this right. Ed Hockley. There it is. I spelled Hockley. Let's see what the images produce. Kathy. No, that's his current wife. Who is his ex-wife?
It probably has like. If you wanted to be internet sleuth, you could probably.
I'd have to go through like Reddit and just.
I didn't realize Hockley was 68. Jeez.
Look at those guns, man. He's got some. He did push-ups before each round, and he was didn't somebody had mentioned that he was. Jim Rome had made a joke about him. Looked like he had taken steroids, and Ed Hockley got offended by it, and. But he does look jacked. I mean, if he's natural, good for him. But don't get offended if you got fucking pythons attached to your shoulders. You know, you look jacked. That should be a compliment if you're natural. Fuck you. Somebody get mad if you do that shit. All right, sorry, tangent. Do what you got to do.
It happens. It definitely happens. But. We're going to do another Snapchat because that's what we do. Bailey Leisure for $2. Tuukka Rask is too good right now.
Is that like an indirect curse, right?
They're trying to do the indirect curse.
He looks so good.
I can understand why. Nobody wants Boston to win.
I know. Nobody wants Boston to win. Nope.
Well, I mean, I don't know if Boston even wants Boston to win.
He's playing out of his fucking mind, dude. I don't like it. He is really good. He's really good.
He's hungry. I mean, if Boston wins the cup, he easily gets the Conn Smythe.
Easily. Or Brad Marchand gets it and he gets to lick it. He'd be like, yeah.
No, he's just going to lick the cup.
Yeah, he will lick the cup. Like when he hoists it above, he's going to do one.
So we got an update. Milwaukee is leading Game 5 with a 3-point lead. 46-49. So
first half?
They blew a 10-point lead, but Bucks are still up.
Trey Magathin. For $4.99. I like that name. That sounds a little Irish, you know. Trey Magathin. Yes. Who's the best 7-9 team of all time? My money's on the 2004-2005 Kansas City Chiefs. Priest Holmes, Tony Gonzalez, Tamba Hali, but Mike Green as the QB. That's really obscure that you would want to say the best 7-9 team of all time.
I want to say it's probably. What about the 2006-2007 San Diego Chargers? Were they 7-9?
What about the Seahawks team that was 7-9 that went beast mode on the Saints? That's the best 7-9 team because they won a fucking playoff game, right? Yeah.
No, they weren't. They were 8-8. 2012 Chargers were 7-9, but they didn't have.
No, I thought they. All right, we're gonna have to look this up now. Hold on. 2010 Seahawks. We're gonna get an argument going here. Why don't you read the next snapper chat while I'm looking up this shit right here?
That I can. Mr. TIE Fighter 94. Which would you enjoy more? A Boston team losing in a championship game or the Blues keep the legacy of failure going? That's not a question. It's easily Boston losing a championship.
Yep. It says here that they went 7-9 and won the division. That was the Beastquake. That was.
I'm surprised none of us have made a Jeff Fisher reference yet. What about the 2015 Los Angeles or St. Louis Rams?
Pete Carroll was the coach. See, I know my shit. I know that they were under 500 and won the division. I know what I'm doing. I'm just kidding. You fucking know your sports, dude. You just misremembered. Well, didn't that Chargers team 7-9 as well that made the playoffs? How does that work?
You have to win the division if you're 7-9.
Yeah, but did that Chargers team? But did they win the division at 7-9?
No.
No. Fuck that. All right, Jake Bizzle, the hundo dropper, the panty swapper for $5. I may not be able to drop a hundo, which is fine, dude. You've given us like
you don't have to,
right,
dude.
right.
You've given us too much. We should be pretty much giving you a dump truck full of money right now.
Right.
That's really what you be having.
Or we should just shit post in your honor. Like we should have like a Jake Bizzell trophy for whoever drops the biggest Snapchat. We should give them the Jake Bizzell trophy.
What's that trophy going to be?
Yeah,
that's what we got to figure out.
It'd be the shape of $100 bill, and then, and it would be non-counterfeit. It would be like that. Remember when you would buy fake money as a kid, and it would be like it would say "play money" and it would say "not negotiable" on it, and this is not legal tender. That's what we need. But he says, "I'll be damned if I don't give you $10 to this stream, and there's nothing that can stop me." Well, thank you. We appreciate you, buddy. Always fucking blowing our fucking minds with $100 snapper chats. I didn't even know there was a maroon color, for a Snapchat.
I've seen it once or twice, but like it goes to like 500 or something like that.
Oh, didn't Mr. Beast, he donated like 10,000 one time to somebody.
Mr. Beast?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Like he jumped in on a random stream and just dropped like 10 grand, and somebody like I think nearly shit themselves when it happened.
I shit myself if I got a $10,000 dono, even though half of it's probably going to YouTube. It's like Jesus.
I think 60%, something like still, but 10,000, right? And then we got to fight over it, and then I would be happy if someone just like I said, dropped $100. But
I'm surprised people even donate to this shit.
Yeah, I know. Why do you want to hear us talk? That's weird. But we love you. We love you.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, maybe
let's go to our next Snapchat. Ironically for me, by Zach Harden. For the tree, how was Tepper like with Steeler Nation before he bought the Panthers? We don't really have much say with the minority owners because you don't really see them in the background. I think they're more financiers. Because an old minority owner of the Steelers was Jimmy Haslam.
Yeah, well, the Rooneys have like complete operational control. So
they have a lot of operational control. So the minority owners, they don't really have much sway or say in the operation.
Right.
They're more just financiers or puppets.
Right.
Not puppets, but a figurehead.
Yeah. They just put their names on bonds, and they're like, "Yeah, fuck you. We're the Rooneys."
Yeah, like I own the Steelers.
Right. We're not going to fire Tomlin. Not going to fire him because we only have 3 coaches: Chuck Noll, fucking Bill Cowher, and Mike Tomlin. That's it. He's going to have to retire. That's the only way he's coming out. It's the only way.
They're probably going to extend him in a couple months.
Yeah. He's going to have to retire, and he is young. He's got a lot of coaching. You think that Mike Tomlin could coach for 20 more years?
He's in his mid-40s right now, so it's possible.
Easy. Tom Coughlin was coaching at age 70 plus. All right.
I mean, he technically still is. He's an exec now.
Yeah. That worked out well last year. It's just funny that Blake Bortles' career is basically over. And the Patriots ruined it. I could do a whole video on careers the Patriots have ruined, right?
He had one great game against the Patriots. We thought it was the turnaround, and nope, dead.
Mm-hmm. Like Matt Ryan. Do you think Matt Ryan makes the Hall of Fame?
No.
Yeah, because the Patriots came back from 25 points down and fucked him out of everything. If he would have won that, he could have an average career for the rest of his days and make the Hall of Fame. But
he'd have a shot at it, but now he's just an afterthought. He's not people remember Joe Flacco's 2012 run.
Yeah, but
really about Flacco, that's the only reason he's still a starter.
Right, but Matt Ryan's going to be the guy in Atlanta till it's time, and I don't know. Maybe he can still get in the Hall of Fame, but he was minutes away from a championship, and his fucking coach. Why didn't he just tell his coach, why are we passing here? I guess he's equally party to that failure as Kyle Shanahan. I mean, he's at the line. He knows the audible. Fuck it. Whatever. Anime Holic Tops. No, wait. Sorry. James Amadei. Almost skipped him. The one thing PNC Park has is Slice on Broadway. What is
I've
that?
never been to Slice on Broadway. It's like a little pizza joint, like outside of the
Really?
stadium.
Oh.
They have like Manny Sanguian barbecue outside the outfield. I've
Oh.
never been there, but that's the big thing.
Was he an outfielder, Manny Sanguian? I think so.
I think he's like there most of the time.
Really?
Yeah,
He must be bored, huh? I don't
well, they're
know.
probably paying him a couple bucks.
No, he probably owns a rrestaurant, right? You
It's
own a
like a little tent
restaurant?
outside.
Yeah, if you're not a puppet investor, your fucking ass is there, man. Like all the time. That's my parents owned a restaurant. It was terrible. Like worst thing ever. Almost bankrupted them. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You think, "Oh, I'm the owner of this fucking
Yep.
establishment." Yeah, no, it fucking sucks if you're not making money.
Oh, of course, restaurants are a brutal business, and people
Yeah.
don't realize it.
Yeah. Well, the guy that they bought it from like stole all their money, but that's a different story. So,
But there's a lot of that too.
yep.
Plenty of that. That's what the NHL does. Or, sorry, why did I say the NHL? That's what restaurants do.
Yeah.
As for anime holotops for two British euros, Tree, would it surprise you if Melnick wanted Voinov? A little bit.
I don't think Melnick's even that low. God.
If he,
I
if he wants to just get like salary, like he's gonna do it with like an older guy who has a deadline. He's not
that
gonna
would
have more of like a PR nightmare than he has already.
that would be hilarious if Melnick was like fuck everyone and signed Slava Voinov. Like that would show you that he is truly gone like Donald Sterling level senile. Like he's just like fuck it. I'm gonna sign Slava Voinov just to trigger my own fans. I already blame them for low attendance and shit. You know, like I might and then ask them for a liver. So what's signing Slava Voinov, right? That's not gonna hurt anyone. Fuck you. Brett Smart Productions. Who would have you liked to see win the Eastern Conference Finals? I wanted Columbus to win. So
If we're talking like past the second round, I'd probably say Columbus or Carolina.
yeah. Oh yeah, I like Carolina too. I wanted Carolina to play Columbus in the conference final.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah. So that one of them went to
Although
the
I think
finals.
Columbus would have won that one.
Yeah. But Columbus got beat by the fucking asshole Bruins. And that's what happened.
That's what they do, man.
Yep. That's what they do.
It's total bullshit. Special appearance by Mr. Dead Air in the background.
Wonder what your
But-
mom thinks of Dead Air.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
What do we
I
got
don't
to
think
do to
she
get
likes
your
it at
mom?
all.
What do we got to
No.
do to get your mom on the show, man?
She is not going on this show.
Come on, dude.
The answer is no.
Call her on your phone and then just put it on speaker, and I want to overhear you talking to your mom just for the show. Come on, you can do it for the brand, right? I want to hear her yell at you for using the word cunt. I told you to stop using the C word.
I'll just turn this off.
All right.
Answer's no. But Jared Froman, $5. The Marlins' last two sweep victims, the Tigers and the Mets, face each other tomorrow at Citi Field. Any thoughts, Mr. 5 Points? This is your area of expertise. What do you think?
The Mets are so up and down again. They have a horrible bullpen, but the Tigers are bad. Man.
They've lost 8 straight.
Yeah, I think the Mets take advantage of that fully. They're playing hot. They're rediscovering how to win. And of course, as I'm saying this, someone's getting injured. There is like listeria is making its way through the Mets clubhouse, and Cespedes is getting dropped.
Cespedes is now out for the season.
Right. Another
That's the
player is falling off of a ladder at his ranch as we speak.
Yoenis Cespedes.
Right.
And it's time for Meet the Mets again with everybody injured. I think Robinson Cano's injured too.
Yeah, he was placed on the DL. McNeil was placed on the DL. But I'm like, hey, Cespedes, why don't you be on a fucking exercise bike and start rehabbing your fucking lazy ass fucking 15, 17, 18 million dollar contract? Couldn't you be on an exercise bike instead of doing whatever the fuck, instead of, herding cattle? I mean, I don't
Hey,
know.
he's got to take care of his ranch.
I don't know. You could be trying not to get hurt and maybe trying to play for the Mets. What these people gave you money to do. I don't know. But that's just me. That's just me. You had one hot, September or August and September that got the Mets to a World Series, and you've cashed in. You're like Bobby Bonilla, but with a World Series appearance. So
That's what Fred Wilpon does.
Yep. Bailey Leisure for $4.99. Coyotes switching odors again. So Barrow is out, and there was a crazy rumor that Jim Irsay was going to buy the Coyotes, but it was false. Also, where does Phil Kessel go? I can tell you it's not on the Penguins next year. I just don't see Phil Kessel coming back.
I can honestly see Kessel in Arizona because of the Rick Tocchet connection.
Yeah, I wouldn't bet on it.
That's where he did his best. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Barroway always seemed like he was just like a weird fit for the NHL. Like he was just there. He tried to invest and speculate in a new stadium, and it never came.
Yeah, he's a finance guy, and I'm sure once he bought the Coyotes and looked at their finances, he was like, "Fuck, what have I done?" It's
kind of like a Tom Dundon situation. Yeah. It's like, oh shit, it's a hockey team. Let's invest, and then you realize, oh, it's been bleeding tens of millions of dollars for 15 years. Like, shit.
Yeah, hockey is like, it's not like buying a real estate. Like the value of an NHL franchise doesn't always go up. Like NFL, if you were to buy a franchise now, it'll be worth double in 2 decades easily. It's
depends where you have the NHL franchise, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but the Yotes franchise I wouldn't say is growing in value. NBA franchises are growing, but yeah, NHL.
If the Coyotes franchise moves, they'll grow in value.
Yeah, that's true. It's an asset because, well, you're right. Because if you don't have to pay the expansion fees and all that shit to join the league, like it's like buying a bar that already has a liquor license. There is value in it.
Yeah. Vegas had to spend $500 million to invest in a franchise. I think the same thing's happening with Seattle.
Yeah, they had to pay the league like $30 million up front in expansion fees before they could even start. I hope they're named like the Seattle Dickbags. I hope that is what they're named. Seattle Dickbags.
Seattle Seals.
Yeah, Seattle Slews. Seattle Ice Caps. Maybe they do an homage to the Boeing, like Seattle airplanes, Seattle flaming crashes of 737s. Well, that's bad. Seattle engineering flaws. Okay.
Ooh. Let's go on to Cranjus McBasketball for $5. For both of you, will Bob Murray improve any as GM for the Ducks after sitting behind the bench? I'm going to say yes, but because the prospect pool would be starting to develop. That would be my reason. I don't know if it's anything that Bob Murray does.
Yeah. I think the Ducks are in a bad situation. They were awful they've begun the tank. So who knows? They got to get rid of some players,
Kessler might not play another game again.
Yeah.
Like he's obviously a shell of what he was.
Yeah,
they're gonna give him the Franzen treatment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Put him on LTIR for a couple years.
Right. Just say
let him collect money.
Right. We'll pay your medical expenses. Sorry, you're a vegetable. Jake Baskinger, who has a YouTube channel of his own that's doing well and growing, huge racing fan. I like checking his channel out for racing information, etc. Any excitement for the Indy 500? You know what? I always, the first Indy 500 I saw was Mario Andretti was the pole sitter, and he led like the entire race, and then in the last like 30 laps his car exploded, and I was very disappointed in that. And I think Al Unser Jr. won his 4th Indy car race. And I haven't really paid attention to it, but I do like watching super fast open wheel racing. I don't know about you. Tree.
Like, I've never really been into like kart or IndyCar. I was more into NASCAR. I've always was that kind of guy.
Yeah,
So the Indy 500 did never really faze me anyway.
Really? I like knowing who won. Like, didn't Will Power win it one year? And I was just like, the fucker's name is Will Power. Like, how does that work? You know, his name is Will Power. Yeah. I mean, it's not as bad as Dick Pound, but no, it's Mario Andretti, Ultimate 2-3
I remember
drag.
a drag racer named
That's
John
how old
Force.
I am. And it was Al Unser that won his Ford.
Al Unser, Bobby Rahal.
See, I watched Al Unser Senior
Mario
race.
Andretti.
That's how old I fucking am. Yeah, Will Power won Indy last year. See, I know some things. It does take some willpower. Plucky Marauder. I like that name. Plucky Marauder. Like, he's a marauder, which is another word for pirate, but he's plucky. Yeah. For 99 cents.
A plucky pirate for $1.
Yes. And he did it twice, too. He did it again later. So he just gave us 99 cents so that we would read his obscure name. Thank you. Looks like
Nothing wrong with that.
Looks like he's a Wazoo fan, too. I'm seeing that in his flag right there.
Washington State.
Yep.
Yeah, I can kind of see it now.
Yep. All right, you read that one that was sandwiched in there.
Anime Holotops. Tree, your thoughts on the new AB and Ben drama? Seems to me that Ben's finally figuring out, oh shit, I fucked up and now I need to make amends. But AB don't give a shit. AB just cares about himself.
Though, what's the thing though, right? Like, Roethlisberger is just trying to make himself look good to the media. He's not really sincere in apologizing to AB. Like, you don't apologize to AB. You know that dude doesn't give a fuck about you.
Oh, it's a smooth PR move.
Yeah.
Of course. I mean.
Right. If you want to apologize to AB, you would have texted him and shit and been like, oh,
he's trying.
bad.
Apparently, he was trying to text him and he never responded.
Oh, that sounds like AB though. He was probably busy throwing a child
furniture out the window.
You're right. Like, I'm gonna start evolving that story till like he threw the kid was sitting on the furniture and then he threw that out at the same time and he landed on the couch down at the street level.
I'm about to start calling him the Mad King, Antonio Brown.
Yeah. At some point, he's going to defenestrate somebody, like a small child. He just threw a kid out the window. I just really wanted to work in the word defenestrate into my...
Defenestrate.
Yeah.
It's a kid at like one of his hospital meetups.
I think that word is hilarious because the practice was so common of throwing people out the window that it has its own specific word for throwing someone out of the window. It's like, hey, we need, like, all the people got together. We're like, hey, man, people keep falling out of fucking windows. So we need to put this in the dictionary. You guys got to, defenestrate. Put that in there, fuckers.
Something I learned today.
Yep. And I also think it's funny that regicide is a word, too. It's like so many people tried to,
regicide was a huge thing.
Right.
Like murdering royalty?
Yeah. But, like...
It's always been a thing.
That's true. Like sneaking up and murdering a king. But now it seems so far-fetched. Like, is someone really plotting to murder a royalty? The funny thing is, and I know I'm going off a tangent, I don't think Prince Charles ever becomes King of England. I think Queen Elizabeth outlives her own kid. I think it happens.
Well, they're both. I think the king still lives too.
What's his name? George or something? But
I forget. But yeah, Queen Elizabeth, she's fucking old as shit. She's just never gonna give up the throne. Never. All right. Mm-hmm. I read the last one, didn't I? Whatever. Yes, sir, you did. Hold on, my internet's messing up.
Oh, really?
Excuse me.
No way.
For Mark Lou, for $2, Tree and Five. If you can name the NHL Seattle team, what is it?
Sea Dogs.
Mm-hmm. I'd probably call them the Metros or the Totems.
The Totems. That's not bad.
Yeah, they were the old names for the Seattle hockey teams.
Yeah, but you need something. I would like it. I think the women's MLS team is the Seattle Reign. which is R like rain like a king.
Yeah, REIGN.
Yeah, that would be the
Apparently, they
best.
want to name it the Kraken, but I'm not that crazy about that name.
Release the Kraken.
Yeah.
They have the Sounders, which is a good name, Seattle Sounders. They have the Seahawks. They have the
Supersonics.
Sonics, right? Supersonics. You know, that was
That's
kind
why
of
the
a
Seals might
homage.
work in that regard.
Yeah, Seattle Seals, maybe. Seattle. I think the Seattle
The
Juice.
Mariners.
Yep. Yeah, the Mariners. Seattle Sailors. Yeah. Seattle Bud. How about that? Homegrown legal marijuana. That's right. Zach Berman, who follows me on Twitter, is generally all over sports. I follow him as well. If you're Ray Shiro, do you pick Hughes or Kako?
I go Hughes because you can roll the 1-2 punch with him and Hischier.
Yeah, Kako has looked good, but people, you know, as Harvey Keitel said in Pulp Fiction, it's not time to start sucking each other's dicks yet. And Hughes is going to be a generational talent, and if you pass on him for the sexiness of Kako, like you're fucking up, you know.
Thing with Kako is he's going to be a great player, but he'll be more like a one-line guy who complement with Hischier.
He
if
could
you do
be like
Hischier and Hughes, it's about rolling 4 lines.
yeah.
You can't do that, you're in trouble.
Kako is like a Tarasenko, you know, like he's gonna be there, he's gonna be good, and he's gonna be a Ranger for sure. But I don't think that the Devils I think they take Jack Hughes for sure. And then Will de la Huerta, I said that right. That means of the Huerta for 99 cents. Thank you. And you
Beast
got
of Metal 1989, $10. Memorial Day Sunday. Day for giant breakfast spreads, even bigger barbecue dinners, NASCAR's longest race, and the one day a year where I watch F1 and IndyCar. What's the F1 event? Is that Monaco?
Is it? Let's see. I watched that documentary on F1 and I kind of dig it. I kind of dig like F1 racing, F1 events schedule. Is it in Chicago? I don't know. I had no idea that there's only 10 teams and there's only 20 drivers, and it's pretty serious shit, and they drop fast.
It is Monaco. Sunday, May 26th.
I do want to go to Monaco. I would love to just be there at that race. I'd probably run out of money like just getting there.
Oh, especially with Monaco?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah. Like people pull up in their $1 million boats and just fucking live it up and then watch people race, you know.
Narrow ass roadways.
Yep. And then here's Jake Bizzell gonna win the Jake Bizzell Award. He's tied. Jesus. Josh Bush is trying to move up on him for $20. Bold predictions: Browns go 16-0, then lose to the Broncos in the AFC Championship, because that's what always happens to Cleveland when they make it that far. Also, Blues in 7, hopefully after a reverse sweep. You don't want to be down 3-0 and just have them talk all that shit, you know. You just want to sweep them in a forward sweep. I want that. Boston
like you don't want to be set. Like Boston knows about reverse sweeps, so I don't know if they want that to happen again.
Yeah. Thanks, Jake, for dropping the 20 on us. I'm not being sarcastic. I appreciate you. It's bad when I sound so sarcastic that I have to preface it by saying I'm not being sarcastic. God damn it.
That's all we do is be sarcastic. That's the problem.
Just like somebody on Twitter thought I was seriously bashing you. Like, I don't need to... Right.
I did not get that. Like, it's like, no.
I don't need you to not be here to bash you. I can just tell you that you suck.
Oh, dude, you can do that in your face. I do that to you all the time.
Right. You tell me I'm stupid.
I tell you you're bald.
Right. You lower my self-esteem. You laughed at me for 10 minutes. Like, in my face. Over the Daniel Jones pick. Like, you hurt my feelings that night. I
think everyone did.
I'm still scarred. It's like hazing in college. That's what you did to me. Like, I'm going to resent you for that forever.
Oh,
well. All right. We got a correction here. So, we got these next.
Yep. Taylor Phillips, Tigers have actually lost 9 straight. Which, That's probably I wasn't paying attention today. That's probably why.
Yeah. Taylor hosts the Michigan Sports Truth. So, by the way, thank you, Taylor, for contributing to the show.
Next
And
one's an interesting one,
That's
Mr. 5 Points.
Sports Talk Connor. What team should relocate? Should relocate and to where? What league are we talking about here? I guess the NHL, right?
Any league,
Any
I would
league?
say.
I definitely think the Yotes have to go to Austin or something, or San Antonio. I think that in the NBA, the Timberwolves need to get out of Minnesota for some
Do they have a
reason.
new stadium though?
No. Yeah, they do actually. They have their own center. Actually, no, they're not going anywhere, but they're
Yeah.
never going to win in Minnesota because nobody wants to play in Minnesota. I think New Orleans could possibly lose their franchise at some point.
The Pelicans, maybe. I
Yeah.
could see that.
Yeah,
The
without
problem
Tom
is, like, it's
Benson.
run by football men.
Right. And then yeah, I don't know, and maybe Major League Baseball, the Marlins should move to AAA where they
The
belong.
Marlins should just delete themselves
Mm-hmm.
because they are never gaining Miami back with how they've botched everything over the
And
past 20
sued
years.
their own fans, that was great, the sued the people with the money. That's always hilarious. Yeah. Hmm. I think that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then in football, I don't think any team needs to relocate. I think football is like perfect.
I'd say probably the LA Chargers move back to San Diego, but that's about it. But you
They're
got to
gonna
get rid of Spanos.
No, they're gonna share that Taj Mahal that they built. San Diego does deserve a team, but football is kind of perfect the way it is. It's perfect. We don't need
Oh, no, it
36
ain't.
teams. Maybe as the population grows and we develop more robots to help, artificially enhance our world. Maybe there's 4 more cities in America that could support an NFL team.
The NFL will probably expand to like 36. Just
Yeah.
because.
That's what I'm saying. Four 8-team divisions or something. Shit. Or 36 divided by 6 team divisions. That would be interesting. And that would also suck because the Lions would finish in 6th every year.
Oh, God.
Ooh, that was low. All right.
Yeah, that's what happens. That's what we do.
All right,
Whenever
what do
they
you
go
got?
low, we go lower.
What do you got? We got to get through these.
Anime Holotops for 2 euros.
Uh-huh.
IMO the Mets man is your funniest voice tree. Thank you, man. I mean, I
What's
know, like,
Mets
it's
Man?
just, I don't really consider one funnier than the other. It's just like,
Do some
I
Mets
run with
Man.
it.
I haven't heard the Mets fan in a while.
Mets man, I keep for, like, Bobby Bonilla Day.
Ah.
That's the special moment for it.
Oh. Okay. That's good. Beast of Metal, 1989. A major contributor to the show. Don't forget the part where Citi Field literally tries to burn itself to the ground again. But at least Mets' ineptitude is funny, unlike the Bucks. Actually, it does kind of get not funny after a while,
Well, it's because everyone gets injured all the damn time. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, you're going to, really? You did it again.
That's
Jesus.
how we cope with the sorrow of the Mets being out of it by, mid-May, is we just crack jokes because, that's kind of like the thing. They
Well,
say
at
laughter.
least technically you're still in it now.
Yeah, they say laughter is the best medicine. I think it's crack, but, I just, yeah.
What can you say?
Crack is the best medicine.
James Amadei for $2. Juwan Howard to Michigan. Also, FBI, open up.
That was my first thought when I saw that he was hired. I was like, you can go from a paid athlete, part of a major scandal, to the head coach at Michigan University. So that's how that works.
That's how it always works.
I think that was.
And now you gotta protect your athletes from being paid.
What is his coaching resume, though?
I think he was an assistant for a couple years.
Okay, he doesn't. Beeline was a steal, man. They got him out of West Virginia, and he won games, man. He won.
Yeah,
games.
he was the assistant coach of the Miami Heat for a couple years.
Yeah.
So he has no college experience.
Mm-hmm. All right, it looks like we've made it to the end, and we might be able to do this tier because everyone's fucking asking for it. We gotta call last call here.
technically do. I think somebody did another $2, but let's get to.
You can take those in, but we'll do the tier now because they're not coming in at such a frequent thing. But we all
Spencer
love you.
Young for $10. Not paid off. I just have YouTube Red. I want to get into sports video gaming, sort of a Nick Haas motif, but I hate the sound of my voice too much. I mean, I think like a lot of people hate the sound of their own voice. I hate my own voice sometimes. I've heard it from other YouTubers too.
Someone said that I talked like that I up-talked like a sorority girl, and it kind of bothered me. I was like recording, and I was like, I don't up-talk. Like I kept saying to myself, like I don't. But the whole time I'm like, why would anyone say that? Like,
I don't get the sorority girl. I kind of get the stoner vibe, but not really the sorority.
I don't end my.
It's like I don't really sound like that.
Right.
You don't really extend everything for that long.
Yeah, I don't up talk like I'm looking for approval. I don't do that. So I don't know why someone would say that. But I was reading. I was like, I don't do that. But why would someone say that? Just like someone said, I don't have any power and I live under a bridge, as well.
Yep, I saw that. It's like you have no electricity and live under a bridge. Like, what is that?
It was so bad, it was good. I was like, all right, this person.
Sometimes you'll get gold like that, though.
Yeah. I like it when someone just says something completely nonsensical that almost makes sense. You know, like people don't think it be like it is, but it do. And then you're just like, okay, I gotta repost this for everyone to see. All right, Josh Bush that sounds like a NASCAR driver, and he's contributed to the show. He gets the Jake Bazell Award tonight for a $25 snapper chat. Toughest MLB division currently, and do Pirates, Josh Bell, keep up their wins production? AL East, definitely the toughest right now, because if the Rays are going to pretend to win games and the Yankees are starting to play and Boston is coming on and they all beat up on the Orioles with relentless drubbings. So I think the AL East,
I don't see the Pirates keeping it up, to be honest. They've gotten really lucky at this point, but there's a part that they should be better. Injuries have destroyed them. That's the problem.
Yeah. Injuries. It's happening to the Mets. It's happening. It's just
even the Yankees, dude. Yeah. Like they're getting ravaged.
Yeah.
Although with the Yankees, they're still doing really well, and their entire team's dead.
Yeah. All right. Let's start.
Must be nice to have that sort of great team.
All right. Let's start with this tier here. Okay, and we'll read Paul Feinstein, who sounds like a sports author. Paul Feinstein. Tree, will Isles take that next big step next season? Will they? I don't know.
Depends who they get in free agency. They need like a franchise guy.
All right. They're telling me
but that's like how they're going to do it.
Here, I'll turn off myself here. I'll disappear. Oh, I'm gone.
Ooh.
Oh, no. And then turn off the live chat. Okay, so here's the tier in the background. So here's what I've designed. And let's try to do this quickly. 10 minutes. We've got annoyingly good, tolerable, teams we're apathetic for, meh, completely dislike, pit of misery, and straight trash. So those are the tiers. So I don't know how we should do this. Should we start at each end alphabetically or just pick teams at random? What do you want to do?
I'm up for either way. So I'm cool with whatever.
Yep. And then Jared just did the $2. Worst owner in each league. That would be Eugene Melnick in all leagues.
Melnick. Most of them. I mean, he's so bad he could expand to every single league.
Nutting for the MLB. He's terrible. But actually, Wilbon. I think Wilbon.
I'd say Jeter.
Jeter is bad. Jeter's bad. What about the NBA?
NBA Sarver in the Suns?
No, Kroenke's an owner. Sarver is bad.
Dolan. Yeah. Dolan or Sarver.
Dolan too.
Then the NFL, I would say Dan Snyder.
Kroenke
again. Snyder.
Yeah. Dan Snyder's the worst because they don't win. You know, Kroenke at least won. You know, Spanos is bad, but they're also winning. So, all right, let's do this. I say we just go from end to end. So Winnipeg. Let's start with Winnipeg here. I would say I'm like apathetic towards them.
Yeah, I'm like, they're not bad.
Yeah. All right, you do the Ducks. Where do you put the Ducks in this tier?
I put them in the dislike.
You don't like the Ducks?
I'm not that crazy about them.
Yeah. Yeah. If they won another
I
cup,
like a little doity.
yeah, they're like the Kings.
Yeah, that old rep.
Yep. All right, Washington Capitals. Ooh.
I call them like ever since like they won the cup. Like I haven't been that crazy about them.
Yeah.
I'll give them meh.
Yeah, I give them the meh too. I put them in the meh tier. I agree. The Yotes, I just put in the pit of misery. Got to put them there.
Yeah.
It's
Like they're
not,
just like
right. It's not.
they're not really that good.
I feel like Robin Williams. Like I gotta hug him in Good Will Hunting and just say it's not your fault. It's not your fault. Vegas Golden Knights. I'd say tolerable. What about you?
I'd say apathetic.
Apathetic? Okay. For me they're tolerable because like I think it's a great story. You know, I like VK Golden Knights coverage. Like I like him as a person and a creator. So I like seeing them win. I like my buddy Raining Ravens is out there in Vegas. So they're tolerable to me, but you're kind of apathetic, right?
Yeah.
Let's put Buffalo in the pit of misery, right? Or
I'd call them straight trash.
Yeah,
they're garbage.
Let's drop them.
They haven't been in the playoffs in 10 years.
Yeah, they're bad. They're so bad. And this was the year, right? This was the year.
Well, they were doing well, and then they just collapsed.
Mm-hmm. Vancouver, what do you think? Dislike or meh?
Dislike.
Dislike, yeah, I know.
Because of the riots.
Right. They burned
I'm
their
never
own fucking
going to let
city.
that down. They've rioted twice.
Right. Who fucking does that? Right? Fucking idiot.
Dude, if they won, they would have rioted for joy.
Right. Not that if any of you were part of the riots, like I get it. Like if people were rioting too and I just happened to be there, I'd probably throw a bottle. Why not?
Hold on, brother. Looks like our YouTube feed is dying out.
What do you mean?
It's like YouTube itself is like dying. Everyone's saying F.
Oh, I can't read the chat because I popped it out. It's not on the screen.
Yeah, everyone's just saying F. Like it's not loading for me for whatever reason.
What? It's derping. No, it sounds fine. It says it's green. Oh no, now it's going.
Yeah, like everyone's saying it's like weird. It's like everyone's just like dying out.
Well, we were too much fire for this stream is what it was.
Maybe.
I don't know. What do you want to do? Do you just want to cut it? How about let's give it like 3 more minutes. Everyone, so people are contributing. Like, oh, hold up. Okay, it's in and out. All right.
Yeah, they're saying yins or net, but it's not yins or net.
No, I hear you loud and clear. Like,
yeah, it's YouTube because YouTube sucks.
Yeah, YouTube ruined the best moment in draft day history was and it says error. I can't even type in. Oh, did you log in or something?
No. I mean, I'm under yours, but like I've been under yours for a while.
YouTube is big bad. I know that. And,
all YouTube does is just ban people and just like.
So yeah, I see it coming in and out. It's real spotty right now. Oh well. Let's just finish this tier and maybe something will happen. Okay, fuck it. Maybe we cuss too many. Oh no, that's not what I want to do. Nope, don't want to do that. I want to turn this one off. There we go. All right, now I think it's back. Nope, still derping. You still there? Now you're gone.
I'm still here.
All right. The Flames. I think they're tolerable.
Yeah, they're tolerable.
Yeah, I don't really blame them. Maple Leafs. Ooh. Pit of misery. Dislike, yeah, I know.
Heavy dislike. Their fan base takes them over the edge.
That's a hard dislike right there. Carolina, tolerable, right?
I like them.
Yeah. Tom Dundon takes them down a notch, but, you know. Yeah. Tampa Bay, wow.
I used to like them until they started choking.
How about meh for them? Put them with the Capitals?
Yeah.
Yeah. Blackhawks, dislike for me. I'm just going to put that out there. What do you think?
I don't think many people will blame you.
Yeah. What are you saying for them?
I'd say about the same.
Okay. Blues. Pit of misery?
I find them pretty meh.
Yeah. The Blues, even though they made the finals, I'll put them meh. Straight trash, I'll put Boston in there. Or dislike. Boston for straight trash or dislike?
I say dislike.
Yeah, I
That's at least
dislike
how I feel.
Boston. Sharks. Tolerable?
Yeah, tolerable.
For you, for me, I'm apathetic on the Sharks. Like I wouldn't have been upset, so I'm gonna put them in apathy because that rounds down to apathy. Penguins.
Annoyingly good. I mean, I gotta be biased.
What? No, I can't put them up in that tier. They're not
Yes.
annoyingly good. They got
Yes.
swept.
Yes.
No, they got swept. They are tolerable. They got swept by the Isles. Got swept by the Isles. All right, Flyers dislike, or straight trash for the Flyers. What do you think?
Straight trash.
Straight trash. You're right.
They trash.
They
trash.
Avalanche. Meh for the Avalanche.
Meh. They're very meh.
Meh. Senators straight trash or
they trash.
Yeah, they
trash.
They trash. Rangers straight trash. Straight trash for my squad, the Rangers. Isles dislike for me. Are you giving the Isles a dislike?
They're meh.
All right, you put
like they were straight trash, like with Darth Snow, but now it's like, meh.
Yeah,
true. Not bad.
Blue Jackets, I would say tolerable. Put them in the tolerable. Meh. Okay, meh. All right. New Jersey, pit of misery.
Pit of misery.
Yeah, pit of misery.
This
is an interesting one. The Dallas Stars. Meh.
Dallas Stars. They're more like a meh.
Yeah, I'm a meh on them.
Very meh.
Predators.
Their fan base has gotten pretty bad over the past few years.
I don't dislike them. I put them in apathetic.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're with
they're
the
like
Sharks.
Flip a coin for me.
Yeah, look at all these Western Conference like upper tier teams that we're apathetic towards. Habs, I'm gonna put dislike on them for sure.
Dislike, yeah, I'm not a fan of it. Lick on the eyes.
Red Wings, I'm gonna go with dislike too.
Pit of misery.
Yeah, okay, we'll put them in the pit. Oilers. Straight trash?
Straight trash.
Straight trash, yeah.
They trash.
Florida is either straight trash or pit of misery. What do you think?
Misery.
Pit of misery.
Definitely pit of misery.
Yeah, it's not your fault. LA, I very much dislike LA.
Pit of misery.
But I dislike them too. Straight trash then. If you fit those two, it's like a Venn diagram. And then Minnesota, what do you think? Pit of misery?
Meh.
Meh. You'll go with meh. Okay. So here's our tier. Nobody's annoyingly good because we hate everybody. Tolerable.
I was going to do Penguins.
Yeah. Oh, all right. We'll put them in annoyingly good because Sidney Crosby. Fuck you.
Good.
Fine. And all right. Somebody retracted that dollar at the end because the internet derped. All right. Yeah. The Kings straight trash. I see the chat reacting now to our tier because that's what the cool kids do. They make tiers and we made one. Next week, we should do something like NFL teams. Well, now we should save the NFL for, say, like right before the season.
NFL or NBA.
Yeah. And we should title that. We should title tiering the NFL and we should get a lot of viewers. We should. Because tiering seems to be the magic shit now. I was going to do a
the
tiering.
Cool kids do.
Yeah. I was going to do
all the Snapchat.
Yeah. Should I do all the tiering videos? You know, and just put them in my favorite ones. Now, this tier is the one I like. All right, we can get off now because we did another minute 20. This is a rare week where we put in 2 fires in 1 week. And
yep, and the problem was YouTube decided, okay, you've had enough, you're cut off.
Yeah.
That's all I could think what happened
People
here.
be doing 12 hours, 24-hour streams, man. I guess we're too small to be doing that.
Yeah.
All right, let's give our cup predictions and then we'll sign off. Thank you, Bailey Leisure, or is it Leisure? All right, cup predictions. Here, I'm back. What do you think?
This is tough because my heart says St. Louis, my mind says Boston.
Oh, I think it's simple. I think Boston's going to win. I'm predicting them in a short series, maybe 5
I
games.
say Boston in 6.
Yeah.
I'm a little kinder.
Yeah. Sucks, but I'm probably going to be right. All right. Do you have any parting thoughts?
Please win, St. Louis.
Yeah.
We don't want Boston to win. Please.
Yeah. Let's just move the Pittsburgh Penguins down to the tier that they belong in. Thank you. And I got nothing else to say. Thank you all for coming out. Thanks, Jake and Josh Bush, for the winner of the Jake Bizzell Big Dick Award. I stole that from Perna. For the winner of the Jake Bizzell Award. Zach DeBoss, I saw you in the chat the whole time. You were very much active. We did the tier for you, man. Everyone play Gloria. Hopefully it'll be a week. When does this final start? Like next week? It's a long time without hockey.
Monday.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks everyone for coming out. And
just a little hint, there may be a video coming out later tonight. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more.
All right, guys. Love ya.
Good night.
We're out.
Peace.